So I'm assuming that you guys are going to take the remaining part of this year to practice, do what we call back tests, do what we talk, what we call getting used to, familiarization. And just like we've had in every single class, you are the 10th class. Every single class, we've had one or two people standing out and becoming, point of reference within 3 months. And then some other people play catch up, right? I'm aware some of you are working class. I'm aware some of you don't have as much time as you desire. But the point is that if you have made up your mind that this is what you want to do and you want to learn this skill, nothing can stop you. The human mind is unstoppable if it is determined. The human mind is unstoppable if it's determined. So I'll be moving on right away. Other people will join us when they come in. Like I said, today we'll be discussing basically the combo. Even if you're not going to partake of the combo, is a good it will be good for you to at least just hear what we'll have to say. We'll have two people joining us from the previous class. I hope they are on. Is Mr. Femi around? Just a moment. I didn't send the wrong link. So, all right, let's move on. So again, this was what we discussed, right? So we start looking at the combo. The combo in itself, the combo in itself looks something like this. Load up. All right. So in its entirety, it looks something like this, right? I'm going to break it down and tell us how to trade this one by one. And then, oh, I missed out of this trade. All right, so let's move on. Okay, so I'll be starting from this and we shall move on. Right. Like I said, 2 weeks is not enough to cover everything that you need to be a profitable trader. So what we've done is that we've cramped in a lot of things into these 2 weeks. Please, I'm going to beg of you, take my advice. Sit down with these videos, watch them over and over until it begins to make some level of sense, right? So let's move on. Now, on what you're seeing on the screen right here is a fraction of the combo. I've removed some things because I want to explain them bit by bit, right? You have 3 moving averages on the screen, the blue, the red, and the yellow, right? That's what I'll call them, the blue, the green, and the yellow. 2 exponential, moving averages there, or 3, right? But the first thing I want to explain is the background. Look at the background. What can we say is the color of this background? The background is what can we call that color? What can we call that color of the background? Can we call it
brownish
purple?
gray? Brownish gray.
This man, it's like you are used to writing wedding card for people. You see, when you are doing wedding card, that you be seeing names of color you have not seen before. Dirty tomato color. So let's call this purple quietly so that all of us will be on the same page. All right, so you can see this background is slightly different from, let me look for another one. Can you see that it's different from this? This is basically sky blue, right? This is sky blue, and this one is like purple, light purple or something like that, right? So there's a code on this combo. It has a code, right? What the code does is that without stressing your mind trying to see if something is downtrend, something is uptrend, it worked with a breakout strategy. So notice that the market was consolidating here. If you see it, the market was consolidating here. Once the market broke outside that consolidation and went downwards, this color changed to this light purple, telling you that we are in a downward trend. And ladies and gentlemen, when we are in a downward trend, what trade should we be anticipating to take? Buys or sells? We have
Sell.
said that
Sell.
I'm looking for sell. So now, if you are confused, okay, one moving average is down, one moving average is up, the thing is confusing you, well, this combo has simplified everything for you. Once you open your chart on 1 hour, first thing that should come to your mind is the background. If the background is this color, you are to sell. If the background is this color, you have to be looking for what? Buy opportunities. I believe that is straightforward. The background is the number one thing you should look out for.
Okay.
What is the background saying? If the background is this color, you can see on my screen, you are looking at opportunities to sell. If it's a light green like this, you are looking for opportunities to buy. Now, remember I said that there is a trade opportunity and there is a trade setup, right? So this is just telling you the trade opportunities you should be looking for here are buys, but you've not gotten your setup yet. A trade setup is a condition where is a scenario where certain conditions have been met, warranting you to take a trade for a buy or a sell. So when certain conditions have been met, you say, okay, I have my setup. If those conditions have not been met, but you know you are supposed to buy, it's just that the time to buy has not come, then you say that you have a trade idea. I think there was a particular pair we looked at yesterday that we're supposed to buy. I gave some examples yesterday. We're supposed to buy or sell, and we're like, it's not time yet. Oh, I've forgotten those examples. I would have wanted us to see how we would have played out on those examples using stochastic. But let's move on. So here I am on this particular one. This is telling me that is a sell. Now we spoke about consolidation, we spoke about breakout, we spoke about higher high, higher low. This thing has removed all that stress from you, right? You still need to know them with time. But now, which is why I would say the combo is a shorter way of, just jumping some things. You now learn them later on. There was a consolidation, price was going up, down, immediately it broke to the downside. It just told you, guys, stop looking for buys and start looking for what? Sells. So that's the first thing you need to know, right? Now, how can you use the combo? Now it has told you that you should go for a sell. It has told you that you should go for a sell. Once it tells you that you should be looking for opportunities to sell, the next thing you begin to look out for are the stacking of the moving averages. So here we have the blue, the green, and the yellow. You want them to be stacked. And let me explain what I mean by stacked, right? Now, the blue is up. The green is beneath. The yellow is beneath. This is stacked. This is correct. It is stacked. It is arranged in that sequence. Blue, green, yellow. It's arranged in that sequence. So when it is arranged in the sequence, blue, green, yellow for a sell, I am willing to take it. If it is going to be for a buy, let's go to a buy. Like in this one, it will be stacked the other way around. That is blue underneath, green above, and yellow at the topmost. You can see that, right? So I always want it to be arranged like this. Blue, green, yellow. If the yellow is below, is the last one below, I am selling. And of course, my background would have told me I'm selling. So I don't need to cram that. All I need to know is that I want it to be blue, green, yellow. So it can be blue, green, yellow like this, or it can be blue, green, yellow the other way. That is blue coming down, green still in the middle, and yellow at the top. What I've said so far, am I confusing anybody? Is anybody confused? I've given us two things now, the background and the stacking of these colors. I want them stacked. Blue, green, yellow. Blue above, green second, yellow below if I want to sell. Then if I want to buy, blue below, green second, yellow above. That is all, right? So there are instances they will not be stacked. Look at an example now. If we come here You will see some instances that they may not be stacked. Then in those instances, it simply tells us that we might most likely be in a consolidation, right? When you have instances that they are not stacked on the 1 hour, everything we are doing here is on the 1 hour, where it looks like they are not stacked, it's telling you that will most likely be. So some days you see some days like this. Look at this place here, this area here, right? You can see it's like you can't really say whether this is blue, green, yellow. Everything is jumbled together. On the day like this, you are not willing to trade. You will not trade this particular pair. You let it, you leave it, and go to other pairs that have higher probability of a trade working out, right? So let me change this so that it looks, make it black, 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 black. All right. So you are not trading on a day like this, right? So look at this one here. You come here, you have blue, you now have yellow and green. You are also not trading. You are not interested in this on this day. You are not going to be looking at trading this pair. You take a walk. There are other pairs, right? You go and trade them. Down here, you have all your pairs. Down here, you have all your pairs, all the pairs that are tradable. For those of you that want to trade pairs, currency, if you want to trade other things, drag this thing up a little. You see the other, and this divider, just drag it up. You see your copper and other things. But I don't trade all of those. So I usually have them hidden down just like this, just two, right? Just these two. And that's what I basically spend most of my time trading. So you can see on a day like this, I am not willing to trade. Why? It is blue, yellow, green. I want it to be blue, green, yellow for a sell, or yellow, green, blue for a buy. Yes, of course, you can trade live. Somebody say, can you trade live now with it, please? This is 8:22 p.m. and this is Friday. And there's nothing about the trading. If it's a buy, you click on buy. If it's a sell, this is not as difficult as you're seeing. If it's a buy, you simply buy. If it's a sell, you simply sell, which we have covered yesterday. So here we are on a day like this. So I want you to answer this question. On this day here, what is the trade action we'll be taking? On this day that I just ticked, what is the trade action we'll be taking? Put your answer in the chat box, ladies and gentlemen. Put your answer in the chat box. What is the trade action we'll be taking on this day that I ticked here? What is the trade action we'll be taking? If you understand what I've just explained. I'm seeing answer from only two people. What's the trade action we'll be taking here?
Sell.
It's not a sell. Yes, the answer is wait. Right? You will be waiting. You will be waiting. Why? Because here you have this thing not arranged. It has to be arranged. It has to be arranged.
It's buy, sir.
It will be buy at the beginning here, right? It's buy at the beginning here, but where I ticked here now, this place I ticked, you are not taking any trade, right? Because you have the green above, then look at the red, and the thing is mixed. You are not trading. You are not taking any trade on that day. What about the next day? What is the trade action you most likely be looking for on this day? On day 2, what is the trade action you most likely be looking for? A sell. You're looking for sell because it's arranged. Blue, green, yellow. You are looking for opportunity to sell. What about day 3? What is the opportunity for day 3?
Selling.
It's also a sell again. It's arranged. Blue, green, yellow. That's all. So when you wake up in the morning, 6 o'clock, you just look at your screen. Is this thing arranged? Yes, I'll be looking for a reason to sell. If it's not arranged, it is scattered, you leave it. If it's arranged the other way up, that is blue down, green in the middle, and yellow up, you are looking for opportunity to do what? To buy. No big issue, right? So I'm happy you guys have gotten that. The next thing I want to explain is for every single day, you will notice some dotted lines. Look at this one. Look at this dash line here. This dash line up and another dash line down. Look at this own dash line up, dash line down. Look at this own. Can you see those dash line I'm mentioning? Those dash line are your Asian session. That is when most of us in Nigeria will be asleep. It starts from around 11 o'clock Nigerian time, 11 p.m. till around 6 or 7. So let's even check. Presently we have daylight savings. So it's -1 hour. So traditionally, this time here, look at it. This is 0 o'clock. That is 12 o'clock in the night. Presently now, it is showing us that the time is 9, but you and I know that the time is 8. So there is 1 hour difference. So this 12 here actually means 11 o'clock Nigerian time. Are you getting it? So it starts from around 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock when they go back from daylight savings. It will be 10 o'clock. So this MT4 can be 2 hours ahead of us or 1 hour ahead of us. For now, it is 1 hour ahead of us. So this is 11 o'clock, right? And look at when this thing ended. The end of that dotted box is 8 o'clock, which is 7 o'clock Nigerian time. And when did I say is our kill zone? I say our kill zone starts from what? 7 to 4, right? So it means that anything happening inside this box, you are most likely going to be asleep, or you most likely not be around to be seeing what is happening, so you can have a healthy life. So we are not concerned about what is happening within this box. We are not concerned about it, right? We are concerned about what is happening immediately after this box closes, which is usually around 7 o'clock Nigerian time, or it could be 6 o'clock Nigerian time, depending on what we call the daylight saving. If it's not accurate, we will not be selling it. I don't know, Mr. Ashagun, you'll be asking some question. If you are not comfortable, you just let it go. I'm not here to even market it at all. I'm not here to market it at all. I'm here to explain it. Right? There are many other ones in the internet that people can go for. Some are even cheaper than this, right? So if you are looking for accuracy, there's nothing that is 100% accurate in the market. If it is, you can be very sure they will not even sell it for $1 million, right? Because all the big banks will be pursuing it. But if you are going to follow the instructions the way I'm putting it out to you, and one of the most difficult things in trading is following instructions, being patient. I'll share with you some of the things I'm discussing with my friends. If you have not joined the Telegram group, you could go join. It's just SimplyPips. I'll drop the link later on. I started up a chat earlier in the, where was it? I started up a chat. Yeah, I said, I first asked them, okay, here's somebody thanking me. Say, sir, I've come to say thank you. That was yesterday night, 11:15 p.m. I messaged you a few weeks ago that I'm having issue passing my FTMO. This is that company that I told you that if you trade for them, they give you 70% of your profit. You told me that my problem is risk management and I shouldn't risk more than 1% of my account on a single trade. These are adhered to along with other instructions you gave here. Lo and behold, I woke up this morning and discovered that I've passed my FTMO. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Right? Of course, we have testimonies. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I'm saying he who stands on the shoulder of a giant can see more than somebody who is just trying to jump up and down, right? I have gone several years in this thing and I have results to show. If you allow me to coach you, you just follow the instructions. I asked the question, what is a trade setup? And we discussed it in this class, right? And people started giving up their answers. And I said, okay, a set of rules and conditions agreed. Can this happen every time round the clock? If your answer is no, what should we do as regard trading when the setup, while the setup develops, right? And I gave some answers. And of course, you have people thanking me and all the likes. And I also gave a question that I turned into a poll today. Look at somebody said. Somebody said here, I have stopped watching any other videos related to Forex again, except SimplyPips video. That's the videos from me. Them not come scatter my head again. I've told you guys, some of you will not understand it. He used the word again. Some of you in this class, maybe because it is so cheap, 15,000. Outside this class, if you want to engage me for 2 days, I've told you guys, you need to pay between $300 and $500 to engage me for 2 days, and that is just going to be 4 hours each. 2 hours each, total of 4 hours, right? So the guy said, I found Bishop Brad video as the best for me. In fact, it's part of my daily Bible because anytime I watch and rewatch, I gain new knowledge. Right? I will go on, but let's leave that. Where am I going to? I asked a question today. Can one strategy be suitable for all traders? Yes, no, not sure. I'm going to click one now. 30 votes so far. I just dropped it 12 minutes to this class. I'm going to click one so you can see the results. If I click not sure, 87% of traders are saying, out of the votes, are saying no. And why are they saying no? Because one strategy cannot be good enough for everybody. So even if I say this strategy has 100% winning ratio, you can use it and it will not give you 100% winning ratio. Because when I'm entering, it may not be when you are entering. When I'm getting out, it may be when you are getting out. You may be having fear, I'm not having fear. Some of you don't understand fear yet. When you start trading live or demo money, you understand what fear is. Again, so don't get distracted. Let's move on to what we're explaining. Please, if you are going to purchase this thing, I'm going to give you specific instructions. And I told you guys, when I give you these instructions, if I have my way, I will tell you, get a 30 leaves exercise book and write this copy. You start copying it first. After a while, a 40 leaves exercise book. After a while, you will know it in your head. Write it from the beginning of the page to the end of the page, to the end of the exercise book. Let it be second nature to you so that you don't jump up and down. Right? Trading is discipline. So let's move on. The instructions are very simple. Blue, green, yellow. You'll be surprised some of you will trade this thing now. You start complaining when the yellow is in between the green, and you decided to force the trade to work. Somebody who has been doing this thing for donkey years said, do it like this. Don't go and reinvent it. Do it my way first. Then if it doesn't work, you can now start adding kuli to everything and mending it, right? So here, let's move on now. Look at this line here. That is Asian range. This dot at the Asian session, that is when the Australians are awake, the New Zealanders are awake, the Japanese guys are awake. You and I are most likely sleeping. So I don't want to look at anything happening inside this place. I want to see what is happening outside of it, right? Anything to the right of it is what I am interested in. Now, for somebody that have been following the class here, you would know that we said price to do come down and go up, then come down and go up, and then come down. I'm going to introduce a terminology I've never introduced before to this class, and it's called AMD. AMD, this stands for accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. When the market maker, unfortunately I didn't teach this class, market maker. When the market maker, that is the big banks, when they want to move, they will first do something like this. They'll do as if they are consolidating, like they don't know what they are doing. They are going up and down. This is the time I taught you guys how to trade consolidation, where you draw your range above and your range below, and you buying and selling, right? This is accumulation. What they are doing then is that they are collecting contracts. People who are not patient, people who believe they must trade every day, some of them will be buying, some of them will be selling, right? If the market maker sees that the money, the money, the volume of money for people who are buying is $70 billion, and the volume of money for people who are selling is like $40 billion, you know what the market maker will do? He will attack these guys that are 70 billion, because he wants to make some money. So he has gathered them. So inside this place now you have 110 billion sitting inside this place. 70 are for the guys that are buying, 40 are for the guys that are selling. Remember, they are the big banks. They see everything we are doing. The brokers work with them. They are the ones that give the brokers the quotes. The broker doesn't have a bank. The broker cannot tell you exchange rates. It is the bank that are telling the brokers, right? So they see all our positions. They see that there's 110 billion sitting here, but 70 billion are for people who are buying, and 40 billion are for people who are selling. Now, who do you think they will support in this thing? The buyers or the sellers? Please, Madam Mercy, I'll answer your question. Let me explain this thing to the end, then we'll start asking questions. Who do you think the banks will support in this thing? I want to see like 10 answers or even 20. We are about 20 something here. Who do you think the bankers will support? Is it the 70 billion people dollars that are buying, or 40 billion that are selling? Please put your answer in the chat box. I'm waiting. Today we might go slightly above beyond 10 o'clock. You guys should not be in a hurry. This is the last time you're going to hear me talking, or let me say the last time for a while. Who do you think the market maker will go against? Will you go against the 70 billion guys or the 40 billion guys? Is it the buyers or the sellers? Put your answer in the chat box. Right? I'm going to take a poll. How many people have responded now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, it's okay. You can stop responding now. Let me not count. So I have buyers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Anyway, if you've been following this class very well, I'm assuming that we are saying this with the assumption that for there to be 70 billion, it means there are more people here and there are less people here, right? Do we have more people making money in trading, or less people making money in trading? We have less people making money in trading. I showed you a broker where only 70%, about 70% are losing money, right? The banks are not going to make majority win. They're going to make only a few to win. So what will they do? Instead of buying, the banks will behave as if they are buying a little, and then they will drop. They will drop heavily, so that these guys that are buying, their stop loss will be somewhere here. It will take out their stop loss. This 70 billion will go into the account of the bank, right? And the bank at the same time is going to make this 40 billion. The guys trading this 40 billion reach. So the bank has made an average of 30 billion profit, right? Even these 40 billion guys, they will still see how they can reduce them. So those, some of them that did not enter on time, that are chasing price. Remember yesterday when we were buying and the stochastics was up, I said don't enter yet, wait for them to come down first before you buy. If you said no, what is Bishop saying? When did you start trading? And you enter up here, your stop loss may be here. They will come down like this and take out your stop loss, and then they will not start going up. You were right that they were buying, but now you've lost money because you chased price. You didn't wait for the exact appropriate time to go in. So people that are chasing them, they will go against them again. Stop out those people and then continue going down. Remember, I've explained this several times in this class, right? Now, I want you to see something here. This time when they were moving up and down, we call it accumulation. They are accumulating orders so that they can know what to do, whether they should buy or they should sell. They'll be accumulating orders at that time, right? When they've picked a direction, they will manipulate. They will go the opposite direction of where they really want to go, so that many people say, hey, I'm right, and more people will even enter and be running. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, I'm right. They will enter and be running, and all of a sudden they will run with speed and go down and take out everybody. This false move up there is called manipulation. Then the real move that they really wanted to do is called distribution, right? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. If they want to buy, this is what will happen: accumulation, manipulation, distribution, manipulation, distribution, manipulation, distribution, right? You can see that I've been teaching you guys just the same thing. We can call this lower low, lower high. We can call it rally or impulse, correction. Everything is the same thing, right? So just look at what I'm explaining here, right? They wanted to sell. Look at what they did. This consolidation, right? They went up, they picked some orders, made many people think they want to buy. When they made this move up, many people say, they are buying. They joined, they came down, they played. Then look at what they did during the Asian session. They went up. Then in our own kill zone, which is the end of this thing, they came down. Asian session, they went up. Kill zone, they came down. Asian session, they went up. Kill zone, they came down. Asian session, they went up. Kill zone, they came down. Are you seeing something interesting here? Are you seeing something interesting? Take it from me, go and watch YouTube. 10,000 videos, maybe only 5 will have this information I'm giving you, right? So please, I don't want us trading inside this place. It's not all the time it will work as smooth as I've said it, but I don't want us trading inside this place, because this place is the time for accumulation and manipulation. They do their false move inside this place. They do their false move here, then they do the correct move. They do the false move, then they do the correct move. They'll do the false move, then they'll do the correct move. They'll do the false move, then they'll do the correct move. Which one do you want to be taking? Is it this short buy? Do you want to be taking this short buy or this massive sell? Short buy or massive sell? Short buy or massive sell? You want to be taking the massive sell. How will you know you are going to sell? The background will tell you that you are supposed to sell. The moving averages will tell you that you are supposed to sell. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope making sense. So you don't need to do all this thing I'm doing now. I'm just explaining how the strategy works. But for you, you don't even need to know it. You don't even need to know it. If you follow the instructions I'm going to give, you don't even need to know AMD. My instruction will just be, number 1, when the background is purple, be looking for sell. Don't sell inside this box. Instruction number 2. Shikena. But I'm just trying to explain it so that you know that I'm not giving you instruction I read in a book. I understand why I'm saying you should do it that way. Right? So now let's move on. Once you know your bias, and how will you know your bias? You just wake up in the morning. I'm going to give you people 6 pairs. I'm going to mention, those of you that will be taking this, I'll be mentioning only 6 pairs I want you to focus on. Don't focus on more than 6. The more you look, the less you understand, right? So you just want to look at very few, so that if I ask you, if I wake you up in the night and ask you what happened to those 6 pairs, you can tell me, oh, gee, you did this yesterday, you did this day for yesterday, and this one did this. You know it like the back of your hand. You know them like the back of your hand. You are not gambling, you are not guessing. You know what has been happening, right? If you call a malam that is doing exchange and you say, now the naira is how much is dollar now? You tell you, dollar is so something. You say, but this thing is like, you say, no, day for yesterday it was like this. The exchange rate was like, then 2 days ago it was like this. He'll be telling you the price because he doesn't do any other business apart from what? Exchange of currencies. So you guys too are going to focus on only just 6, right? That is the wisdom in simplicity. So here you are. On a day you want to sell, you want to see them like this. Then you want to be sure that on that particular day, either of two things has happened. Either of two things has happened before you take your sell. Number one, I've explained that before. Number one, on a day you want to sell and the moving averages are aligned like they are, you want to see that they moved up a little, so that by the time you get your signal to sell, you can be sure that they finish moving up. You know, if they want to sell, they will move up, then they'll come down. They'll move up, then they'll come down. They'll move up, then they'll come down. So you that you want to sell, when you come to the market in the morning around 7 o'clock, you want to see that they've done this up move. So that by the time you get your signal to sell, you are coming down. Money, 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 pips, 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 right? So you wake up in the morning, you discover, while I was sleeping, while men slept, the enemy sowed tares. This is the tear. Now you are going to be doing this, right? Sometime around 4, you are no longer interested in this trade, right? Then you slept again, they moved up. So you have a signal to sell, you sell. You wake up the next day, they've moved up again. Woo, very good for me. You sell again, right? I'm going to tell you how you will do the sell, right? So when they move up, you are happy because you are looking for opportunity to sell. When they move up, you are happy because you are looking for opportunity to sell. And you know that the sell is going to be longer than the buy. So you are not saying, I missed this buy. You are focusing more. You are focusing your eye more on this sell. Right, I think I've overflowed that. Now, I said if you wake up, you want to see them do two things. Number one, I said they will move up. If you don't understand that, you want to see that these candles have gone above the yellow. You see this yellow line? This yellow line. When you wake up in the morning, you want to see that these candles have gone above the yellow line. You are happy because now you know it will soon come below it, right? You want to see that they've gone above it. You are happy because you know they will soon come below it. You want to see that they've gone above it. You are happy because you know they will soon come what? Below it. Ladies and gentlemen, so far so good. Any confusion? Any confusion? Like I said, these rules will be written down. By the time you write it, and I'm not exaggerating and I'm not joking when I say get a 14 leaves exercise book. Write it over and over and over and over. Even the Bible said, "Thy word have I hidden in my heart that I might not sin against." You have to hide it in your heart if it must come, if it must work. You have to hide it in your heart. If you don't hide it, it can't work, right? And how do you hide it in your heart? Repetition. You shall be renewed. You shall be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You renew it. How do you renew it? By putting it back, putting it back, putting it back. That is how you renew. Sorry, I'm preaching. So let's move on, Sha. But the principles
The
are
bishop
the same
himself.
thing. The principles are the same thing everywhere, right? So now, here we are. Very simple, very simple. Let's look at the other example I gave so that it will look like I'm talking about only buys, only sales. Let's look at opportunity where we would have had a buy. So here we are, somewhere around here, all the time that we're here, all this place. Okay, let me quickly state this. Look at up. You can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I know that traders find it difficult to know which day they are in. So I had to get this thing in. You have Monday, Tuesday. So this is the beginning of Monday. This is the beginning of Tuesday. This is the beginning of Wednesday. So you can see it once. So when we are here between Tuesday and Wednesday, this background would have been purple telling you should sell. Somewhere within Wednesday and Thursday, it might have started telling you opportunity to do what? To buy. So when it's telling you opportunity to buy, what do you want to see? When you wake up in the morning, first thing you check, this is green, blue, yellow. I will not trade today. Because you don't know that it's going to do this move. You don't know. You are not sure it's going to do it. So on this day, when you wake up, As at the time you woke up, this is green down, this is blue, and this is yellow. It is not arranged. So on this day, you will not trade. The next day, you woke up, you say, aha, I've catch these people now. How did you catch them? It is blue, green, yellow. You say, now I'm ready to trade. And when you woke up, what did you notice? You notice that this thing came down so that you can buy. It came down so that you can buy. Or it went below the yellow so that you can buy. It's the same thing. As they came below the yellow, yeah, what are you doing? I'll show you how you buy from here. You would have entered your buy somewhere around here. This is NZDJPY. Boom, 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 boom. This is 37 pips you could have made. And if you didn't make it, it come back down and it push back up again, you would have made 53 pips. Woo! That is $53. That's $536. That is $5. That is $10. That is $1,000, depending on your lot size. All you need to do is wait. Ladies and gentlemen, wait. 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 We are paid to wait. If you jump in, and everything I'm saying, I like making you guys know that I'm not telling you, even though I keep saying that whatever I'm saying might be too high for you guys, but it's the same thing I tell people that have been trading for 20 years. Right? I have a class presently that I'm going to some class I'll be training. I'll be training some people tomorrow, and this is it. We'll be starting the training tomorrow. I've told them 9 p.m. GMT +1 will be starting, and I told them they should mention where they are coming. I gave my own example: 6 years in Nigeria. This is 1 year Nigeria. This is 3 years. The guy is joining us from USA. This is another 1 year joining us from UK. This another. Okay, this guy 2 years, okay, he's presently in UK. This is another guy 1 year from South Africa. This is 2 years from Kenya. So when they are talking about somebody that won the house in US and people are happy, I am talking about being in Nigeria here, somewhere in Nigeria, and I'm training people in New Zealand, in Switzerland, in Australia, in Philippines, in Israel, in Ghana, in Kandahar, in Libya, in Afghanistan. You too can do the same thing. We don't all have to travel out, right? And I'll beg you, I'm doing this with so much passion because this is my country, right? This is 7.6 trillion. Maybe I should do a calculation so that you guys will see. I need to do a calculation so that you guys will see, right? Somebody came and told me that if you people are making money, why won't you sit there in your house and just be training people and be trading? Why are you going around teaching people? It means you people are making money from the trading, from the training. And I said, how much is advert? How much is advert? For us, for every advert we do, we spend about 600,000 naira. Some of you are joining us from Abuja. Some of you heard this advert in Abuja. Some heard in Enugu. Some heard in Lagos. Right? But see, let me explain this. Nigeria presently is like, let's say 200 million people. Right? So let's put 200 million. I have to go to scientific calculator so that it won't tell us error. These 200 million people, men and brethren, if all of these 200 million people make $100 one day, we'll go to the Forex market and make $100 every day, 100. This is how much? How much is this? Anybody with the numbers? How much is this figure?
20 billion.
20 billion.
Thank you. This is 20 billion, right? This is 20 billion. Now, can we approximate 20 billion? Is going to be the same thing as what? If we approximate 20 billion and we are taking it into, remember, the Forex market is approximately $7.6 trillion, right? So if you want to change this, round it off to the nearest trillion, it will be like 0.2 trillion. Am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
Remove 0.2 trillion from this. Will the market even know that some of us came? Right? So when I teach you, I'm teaching you because when you succeed, you don't affect my own money. Wait till I go chop, you don't affect them. Because I never even chop big money yet. I see they grow my account, they wait maybe 3 years, 4 years time. I go don't hammer well, come become senator. So all of us can do what we need to do, right? So let's move on. Enough of the stories. So you are waiting for price to come down. When it comes down, you fire, boom. Look at the next day. The next day, ladies and gentlemen, remember I told you that you must have at least 2 conditions before you do what? Before you enter a trade. Number 1, you expect them to come down so that you can buy, or they come below the yellow. Look at this day. On this day, they didn't really come down very well because they came down the previous day. So they were still pushing up as when you wake up. So this day might be tricky to trade. But once they go below the yellow, you are happy because now they are giving you opportunity to do what? Enter and buy. You see that? 2 conditions. It's either they come down so that you buy, or they come below the 30, the yellow, so that you buy. Same thing for the sell. Please, I'm begging you guys, please follow the instruction. Follow it for like 1 year. Then after that, you can come and challenge me when you've gotten, if you feel it's not working, right? So let's move on. So that is how you use this. Is this straightforward or not? Pretty straightforward, right?
Yes.
So now another thing I want to show you guys here is, if all of this thing I'm saying is confusing you, if peradventure you are confused, come up here. See these candlesticks here. This place where you see candlestick, right? Hey, show now. What's happening? Okay, look at this place. Candlesticks, right? The next one close to it that look like a graph. Click on it. Once you click on it, all your candles will disappear. Once you click on it, all your candles will do what? Disappear. Once your candles disappear, what you should be asking yourself when you wake up in the morning is, what can I see? Blue, green, red. When I wake up in the morning, this thing is red. You can see red stands for this other brick, this thing we call trend bricks. These bricks here, they are not candles, they are trend bricks. This thing is red and I want to buy. Once this thing change to blue, I enter my buy. Once it change back to red, I get out. Am I making sense? That is why I said this thing has every temperament. If you're somebody like candlestick is confusing you don't understand engulfing, well, you should be able to understand when red change to blue and when blue change to red. If you don't understand that, then I don't know what else I can do again. Right? It has been oversimplified. So you wake up in the morning, what do you see? You see arranged. Look at this day now. Look at this day. This day, it is arranged blue, green, yellow. But you won't be able to take this trade. Why? Because for you to take this trade, you want it to come down first, then you buy. When you woke up, this thing just went down. I never came below the 13. It never came below this yellow. Can you see that? So on this day, you won't take a buy, even though the thing is telling you a buy. You say, Bishop Raj said, if I must buy, it must first come below. And I want to buy between 7 and 10. With this strategy I'm teaching you, you want to be in a buy between 7, okay, let's say between 7 and 12 p.m. You want to be in a buy so that by 4 o'clock you are closing. So that by 4 o'clock you are closing your trade, you are done for the day. Right? You clicked on this icon and your candlestick did not disappear on your own chart. Your MT4 needs to be born again. The candlestick should disappear. If you click on this one, it will disappear and show one line. That's what it should show. Please click on it again and let me know, please. Click on it again and let me know. Amazu, don't worry, we'll discuss our own later. Let's not disturb these guys that are new. Me and you, we are old hands, so we'll come back later. So let's move on. So when you click on this, when you click on, what's happening? My MT4 is freezing. Okay, that might be what happened to yours. Maybe yours too is freezing. Yeah, maybe yours too is freezing. See, mine is freezing. I'm clicking now, and it's not responding. We need to wait and see what happens. All right, now. So yes, The candlesticks, your own, the candlestick disappear. What you are seeing is this brick. This thing is not candlestick. Bring your cursor to it, you see, to tell you trend bricks. It's not candlesticks. So again, I was explaining a very good example. On this day, even though everything is stacked, we are looking for them to buy, but they did not do the manipulation. We always want to say manipulation. Manipulation is the opposite direction of where they really want to go. They didn't manipulate on this day, so we are not buying. If they don't manipulate, it means that buy that we think they really want to buy, now be the manipulation. No. They must manipulate. If they don't manipulate, don't enter. If they don't manipulate, don't take a trade. Please look at this day. They didn't manipulate. Don't take it. They must come down first. Boom. Right? Go back to candlestick. See, they came down, then you are buying. They must manipulate. They must manipulate. Will you win every day? No. Look at this day, for example, now. They came down, you bought. Maybe your take profit on this line. Never reach your take profit. Came back and hit your stop loss. You've lost this trade. But that's just one day. I remember I told you guys that the way I'm going to show you how to do this thing, you can lose 3 times, win twice, and still make money. You can lose 3 times, win twice, and still make money. Don't be scared of losing. Be scared of not following the rules. But that you will not lose, I don't know anybody that will tell you that one. Right, so here it is. If you can't read this, look at this one now. Let's draw it so that we'll all see. Look at what happened on this day. On this day, in the night, they came down below your 13, right? Exactly at that beginning of the day. What happened? They went above it. And here you are buying, right? Now, let's go back to trend bricks so that you see. Move this thing. Boom. Can you see? When you woke up, you just saw that your green, your blue has already formed somewhere in between, right? And when this thing move above this 13, you enter, move above the yellow, you enter and you are buying. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in profit here, right? So you enter here. Your stop loss is always going to be below this lower line. Your stop loss, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be below this line here, right? That's where your stop loss will be. So you are buying from here. Your stop loss is here, right? So look at what I'm saying. Let's say you lost on this day. You lost on this day. You entered here. Your stop loss is here. Let's see how many times of your stop loss you would have made. Right? Let's start counting. 1, 2, 3. Can you see that? If you are risking 1% of your account, you had opportunity of making 3% of your account here. Will it not cover for the 1% you lost here?
Yes,
you lost
sir.
1% here, you made 3% there, your account is up 2%. Ladies and gentlemen, just follow, just follow, just follow. Watch the videos. Watch the videos. So that is how you use this. Now, this is just one method of taking this, right? Now, I'm explaining all the components of the combo. It's not going to be look very clean like this. Yours will be looking a little bit jam-packed. But I'm explaining how you can use it. Then you can now decide that, okay, me now, what I want to do is I want to be using, when it comes down, then I'll buy, right? And I'll be doing it on 1 hour. Now, look down. This thing here, you can see, this thing is an oscillator. This thing changing yellow and red is an oscillator, right? When you see yellow, it means I should be buying, or candlesticks are buying. When you see red, it means candlesticks are selling. On a day you are supposed to buy. On a day you are supposed to buy. When you wake up in the morning, you want to see this thing as red first, and now changing into what? Into yellow. Look at this day. You are supposed to buy. You see, change in from red into what? Yellow. You are happy. It's not the same thing I just explained here. It has to come down before going up.
Yes, sir.
It has to come down before going up. Yeah. So you want to see it change into red first, then yellow, and you are buying. You want to see it change into red first, then yellow. Look at this day. Look at this day. This particular day, based on the blue, green, yellow, what trade are we supposed to be taking on this day? Based on
Sell.
No. Based on the blue, green, yellow, What are we supposed to be doing on this day?
Buying, sir.
We are supposed to be buying. We are supposed
Yes,
to be
sir.
buying. But which of our rules did they break that will not make us to enter the buy here? Which of our rules did they break that will not make us enter the buy here?
Candlestick approach the resistance. Is that doji hammer?
I no talk since I don't talk since morning. We'll start this thing. If 8 o'clock is morning, I didn't talk doji. Based on what
The
I've talked
candlestick
today,
refused to come below the yellow
now go there. So
thread line. Yes, sir.
what we are saying is that any day we want to buy, we want this thing to come down first, then we'll buy. And want it to come down during this box here. Did this thing come down during the box? No, it kept going up. It means these guys are planning a manipulation somewhere.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be in the market when they are manipulating. They have a footprint. Their footprint is that if they want to go up, they'll come down first. That is their footprint. If they want to go up, they will come down first. If they go up first, it means they most likely will be coming down. And look at it. They went up. And what did they do throughout the other day? They came down. But you and I will not sell this down because they can just come down a little to fulfill that obligation of coming down. Then they will now continue to go up. And you don't want to be caught in the wrong path. Remember, we say we will not trade against the trend. We say the trend is our friend. Is that not the agreement? Well, it's not an agreement. It was what I told you. Now, whether you agree or not, now it's your own issue.
It's the agreement.
Okay, somebody says I agree, I accept now before now beat me. So now, the fact is that we are here. Is that not so? If it goes the opposite direction,
yes, sir,
against what we really want, we are not interested. There are others. I'm going to give you 6 pairs. There are other 5 you go and check. It is not possible that you will not get 2 or 3 doing what I want us to do every day. It's not possible. Okay, even if all the 6 of them disobey our rule, must you trade on Monday?
No. Wait another day. Wait for another day, sir.
Go watch Chelsea Man U match or Chelsea Ifan Yuba match. We don't pass. Just watch them and go and do something else. If they don't meet our rules, take a walk. You will lose money when you bend the rules.
Yeah.
These are rules I have used over and over and over and over with track records. Don't go and start to try re-amending it.
Trusted and tested.
You can later on, but please use it the way I said first. I'm being bold to say this on recording, right? Because this is something I've done over and over and over. And you can see it on the screen. Okay, so that it won't look like I'm cherry picking. Cherry picking means I went to check for what I want to use as example. I want somebody to pick any pair you can see on the screen. Just pick any pair you can see on the screen and tell me. So that it won't look like I went to pick something and I'm now using that one to teach you. Any pair. Okay, USD card now. Okay, this is USD card now. We're here. So based on the background today, what are we supposed to be doing on USD card? Remember, the first rule is background.
Selling.
Based on this background, we are supposed to be selling. So if we go to today on USD card, we are supposed to be selling. Right? Let's go to today's price on USD card. USD card, we are supposed to be selling.
Today is Friday.
Yeah, the market did not really move so much today because people are tired of the result
selling.
Of
yellow then red.
You can see blue, green, yellow. So we are selling. Did it go up first? Did it go up first?
Yes, sir.
If you had entered the sell, would you have made money?
Of course, yes.
You would. Okay, what about yesterday? Did it go up first?
Yes, sir.
It came up first, right? Then
yes, sir.
It did what? It sold. If
came
you sold, would you have made money?
Yes, yes sir.
Yes,
okay, sir. Okay, now what about this day? Did it go up first?
Yes.
Then when we wake up in the morning, you see it was even at the top there. Now that type one, the sweet pass. If you are sold, would you have made money?
Yes.
Enough.
Came down.
Oh. Okay.
Yes,
what about this day? What will you be looking at? As at the time we are waking up, this is when we are waking up. As at the time we are waking up on this day, what will you be doing? What trading action will you be taking on this thing?
Yes.
A buy, sir.
Hey, look at it very well.
Sell.
Look at it very well.
Selling.
Now lie.
We wait.
No, you wait.
We wait.
Yes, we wait.
You can see that the rule seems easy. but
Yes.
you are mixing it up. That's why I say I will give it to you. You buy exercise book. Those of you that are grandparents or
We have
parents,
to wait, sir.
yeah, we
We
are
have to
waiting.
wait, sir.
Yes. we
Those
wait.
lines are not arranged the way we want it to be arranged. I'm not
Mhm.
So when I
Yes.
told you people, when your
We
children
need to
sit
learn
down,
it more, sir.
that's what I'm saying now. I'm telling you how to do it. When your children sit down on the dining, say, come and do your assignment. You too, you sit down. They say, Daddy, what are you doing? You say, I'm doing an assignment too. You too, be writing. When you write it for 40 leaves exercise book, 40 leaves exercise book, I tell you, even Angel Tawali cannot remove it from your mind.
Yes. So.
Anybody that, if you don't know Angel Tawali, ask me later, I'll explain. So now, that is how this thing is, right? That is how it is. You have to follow the rules. So you can see you are the one that picked the pair, and it played out. You picked the pair, and it played out. It played out. You can pick any other pair. It's going to play out. The rules are there, right? Now, so I'm going to go to the second one. I'm going to give you a concise rule. This way I explain is one way of using the combo. One way of using the combo. That's what I explained here. I'm going to go to another way of using the combo, and I'm going to a different sheet. Now, on this sheet, it's meant for people who, Mr. Mazo, that I say your candle did not run away. This is why your candle did not run away, right? So for people who are busy, you are executives in your office, you are a physician, you're a doctor, you go to office, you are part of people helping us to spoil Third Mainland Bridge, always going to VI, coming back late in the night. And you can't be checking your laptop around 7 a.m. or because with this strategy, you'll be coming every 1 hour. You check the previous strategy I showed you. You'll be checking every 1 hour. Once it's 7 o'clock, you come and check. Once it's 7 o'clock, if on a day you're supposed to buy, you want it to go low first. Go low. Once it goes above your 13, boom, you enter and buy. It comes low. You see, once it goes above your 13, like on this day now, we are supposed to buy. Look at this day. This is a very good example. This day here, a very good example. This day. When we woke up, right, price was already up here. We are not interested in entering. We want you to come what? Down. Right? Then we enter for the what? Buy. Or else you just, in fact, when you wake up, you want this thing to be down so that you'll be buying it up. If you wake up and it's already up and you're supposed to buy up, just forget that day. Just forget, and not your papa get the money. All of us will just want pluck them from 3. And the 3 go very far. You leave them. No go break leg on top somebody 3. Right? Once you see it like that, you know that they are going to start manipulation. You know that is next for like 3 days. They were just going up and down, collecting orders, deceiving people that as if want to buy, deceiving people as if want to sell. When they flee, they score that, oh boy, 70 billion, I won't buy, 30 billion, I won't sell. I say, okay, let's deal with those buyers. Boom, they came down. And when they are coming down from a consolidation, they come so fast that they may not even give you an entry. They look at the speed at which they came, very fast. These guys here will be terribly disappointed. Terribly disappointed. But you are not going to be part of them because you woke up in the morning, you saw that this thing is supposed to come down first. It went up. You say, okay, I know they trade this day. This day too, it's supposed to come down first. It went up. You say, I know they trade. You see that you've been saved all the horror. Right. So let's come here to this day here. On this day, using this one, these are for people who find it difficult to come back to their chart every 1 hour. These guys will usually be coming to their chart like every 4 hours or every 8 hours or every day, right? It's the same principle. When you want to trade this, you wait for your EMAs to be stacked, right? Or you simply trade these trend bricks. You see these trend bricks? These trend bricks are these ones here are called trend bricks. Look at them. Those ones, they don't have line. They don't have this line. They are either blue or red. They are called trend bricks. These other ones you are seeing here are called Hekinashi candles. They are different from your, these are your normal candles. Can you see your normal candles? Green. If I come and change this thing to a line, you have what we call Hekinashi candles. We didn't teach you Hekinashi candles. The one we taught you is Japanese candle, right? These are Hekinashi candles. How do you use Hekinashi candles? Right? How do you use Hekinashi candles? You see this your yellow. This your yellow line. This your yellow line. Remember when we're using this one too, your yellow line was the main thing, Abi. Your yellow line is what when your candle goes below or above your yellow line, we call it a shift. When your candle goes above or below your yellow line, we call it a shift. So if you want to buy, you are waiting for it to shift upwards. If you want to sell, you're waiting for it to shift downwards, right? Now, for those of you that don't have time, but you still want to be making some money, forget about this green and blue for now, and simply use your what? Your yellow line, right? And this is what you're going to do. Once price goes above your yellow line, you see, once price goes above, once this Hekinashi candle goes above your yellow line, right? And this one here, this down one shows yellow. Remember, you can't trust a candle until it what? Closes. Sometimes it will go above and come back. Look at this one. This one here, you can see it went above and came back down. You want it to go above and close above. And at the same time, this one is telling you yellow. Enter your buy and hold it until you see a flat top red. Look at it. Look at it. You see this white one. You can see that some of them bottom flat, 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 flat. So for a buy, under will be flat. For a sell, above will be flat. So for those of you that don't have time, those 6 pairs I gave you, let me go to one that will make it very easy to understand. Let's take AN. We've been using a lot of AN in this class. So here, now for those of you that don't have time, you are doing this second one, you're doing it on 4 hours. On 4 hours. The first one we explained is on what? 1 hour. Those of you that don't have time, you are doing this on 4 hours.
4 hours.
Yes. So this is what you are going to do. On 4 hours, what are you looking at? You are looking at your yellow line, right? You are waiting for this thing to cross above your yellow line. Once it crosses above your yellow line, you want to see that it has a flat what? Bottom. Right? It has a flat bottom. And then you see this one change to what? Yellow.
Yellow.
And that would have happened on this candle. That would have happened on this candle. Once that happens, you simply enter your buy and you hold on to your trade until you see a flat top of the opposite color. Right? Let's go back to candlesticks. So you would have entered, you see this cell. This cell here. This cell, when this cell closed, that is when this thing turn yellow. The candle is selling, but this thing is telling you forget that cell, buy, because this cell is the what? Manipulation. You remember I told you they want to go up, they will first come down. Don't be saying what I agree.
Yes, sir.
They are coming down in the candle, but this thing is telling you, nah, don't mind them. Nah, don't mind them, Jared. They are buying.
Okay.
They are buying because they are above this line. They are buying. So all this one is to manipulate so that people that are chasing price, people that chase them to buy will be in a loss. Sorry. Some people don't understand how. Oh, now they understand and so they will come down.
Interesting,
first.
sir.
So you and I are smarter than them. We are not like other people chasing them. We are waiting for them to come down, right? So only that come down first before you buy. Come down first before you buy. You see it more on the 1 hour. But on this one, don't look at your candlestick color. Change it to this and look at your Hekinashi color. Your Hekinashi color is what you're looking at. Now, another thing I want you to notice. Let me magnify again so that you see. Where are we? Try. Where is this thing now? I was explaining something I was using. Okay, here it is. So this is 13th. So magnify and go to 13th. So here we are. Look at this yellow. This trend break that is showing red, 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 red. When did it change to blue? When did it change to blue? At that same candle that I told you that it is red, change it like this.
Yes.
You can see that same candle that is red. That's where the line is. That is the
Down.
same place that it changed to blue, telling you that that red, now apropos, now fake one, fake
Now
one,
fluke.
now fluke,
Fluke.
now 419. Banks they do 492. So telling you buy as it is as this candle closes, you are entering for a buy. And you and I, when we want to enter for a buy, when do we buy? We buy when it is low. This thing came down low for you to do what? Buy. So if we were to draw this thing based on what I've taught you, what you will see here is that they did like this. They did up, down, up, down,
down.
up. Is that also? That's what we've been
Yes.
discussing now.
Yes,
So
sir.
once you see that, that's why I say if you are going to be trading, maybe you are busy, you are an executive, you want to come back only in the night. This one now, there's nothing like what do they call it? There's nothing like don't trade Asian session, don't trade. This one, once you see the condition, enter them. Once you see the condition, enter. Your stop loss will be wider. Your stop loss will be wider. You may not make as much money as the people that are trading on 1 hour, right? Because somebody that is trading on 1 hour and his stop loss is 50 pips and his take profit is 100 pips, right? This is 1:2, meaning that if he reaches $10, he will make what? $20. But you that you are trading off the 4 hours, your stop loss can be like 200 pips. And your take profit most likely may not be up to 400 pips. It might be like 350 or 300, right? So you might not make as much money like the guy that is trading off the 1 hour, but you are also having more time outside of your charts, right? We cannot have it all. You cannot eat your cake and have it. So you see, once this thing grows yellow, boom, you are entering. So let's come and see where you would have entered. You would have entered at the close of this candle here. Your stop loss would have been at the lowest swing. Remember what I taught us yesterday? You put your stop loss at the swing, because if they've done like this, they were coming down like this before, then they went up, then they came down, then they went up. If you are entering from here, your stop loss should be here, meaning that if they come down and take this place, then it means you don't have lower, you don't have higher high again, you don't have higher low. What you want to have is they were coming like this before, then higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Anytime they break this higher low, it means that they are no longer going up again. Most likely they are going to be doing this now. Again, very simple. This video, you need to watch it like 6-7 times and do the exercise. Get 40 leaves and write it. I will explain. Some people, Mona, leave this question. Don't follow. I will explain everything. I will explain everything. Just relax, right? Follow what I'm saying so that you not miss. So that is how, for those guys who don't have time, you trade off the 4 hour. Now, but there is a caveat. There is a caveat. The caveat is this. Whenever you are trading up, down, and you get to a scenario, you remember for your entry, I say look at only what? The yellow, right? For your entry, you are looking at only the what? Yellow. But after buying for some time or selling for some time, you now notice that your blue, your blue line is in between. You know, your blue is supposed to be blue, green, yellow. Is that not so?
Yes.
If you notice that your blue is in between your yellow and your green on that 4 hours, forget about the trade and wait a little. Are you getting it now? Forget about the trade and wait a little, because what it will be doing is that it will be consolidating.
Okay.
It will be consolidating. So you wait for a scenario again, like this day here. See this one here now. On this day now, you are not entering again for your buy. On this day now, you are not entering again for your buy. See buy, see buy, Sit by, oh boy, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow. Are we together now? So that is for people who are busy. This is how you trade it. Last thing, before we now put all the pieces together. When I install the combo for you, it will look exactly like this. This is how it will look. This is how it will look. If you change this thing to candlesticks, you will not see, you know, here, I told you that if you change it to candlesticks, if you change it to line, you will not see your candlesticks, you only see what? Trend bricks, right? But this is the way the real combo is going to look like. Once you change it to line,
Trend.
you will see the trend bricks and the Hikinashi together. You see the trend bricks and the Hikinashi together. If you change it back to candle here, you see the candle, you see the Hikinashi underneath, and you see the trend bricks. So everything is mixed together here. And that is why we call it a combo. You as an individual, over time, you will know the one that suits your personality. You know the one that works for you. And you will now focus on that one. When I look at this thing now, on the 1 hour, I don't see the Ekinashi. Ekinashi is there, but my eye does not see it because I don't use it on the 1 hour. When I go to 4 hours, I don't even see candlesticks again. I see only Ekinashi because I don't look at the candlestick in 4 hours. Am I making sense? So with time, and when I say with time, it's just like 2 weeks, you would have understood this thing. But that is how to use it. Now, the last thing I'm going to explain here, well, not the last thing, still have a couple of things to explain. You see some triangles here. They are called harmonics. They are called harmonics. So you have, and harmonics have 5 points. X, A, B, C, D. X, A, B, C, D. D is always your entry point. D is always your entry point. So when your D is down, it means it's telling you to buy. When your D is up, it means it's telling you to what? To sell. And to also make it easy for you, when the triangles are blue, it's buying. When the triangles are brick color or red, it is selling. Right? So for those of you, some of you might like using harmonics. That's why it's there. I personally don't use it because the first example, the first explanation I gave you, 9 simple pass, but some people may not like it. So here we have harmonics. This harmonics, it repaints. What do I mean by repaints? This D could have been here before. This D could have been here before. As price keeps going down, the D will be shifting. The D will be shifting. The D will be shifting. So meaning that this harmonic is not 100% reliable, right? It's not 100% reliable. Why? Because harmonics work with a range. I'm looking at our time. We don't have the time to start explaining the principle under which it works under Fibonacci ratios that contains a range. I'm not going to explain that, but this is what I want to explain. When you wake up in the morning and you see that you are supposed to be buying based on your background, let's see if we can get a good example. Let's go to, okay, let's use this one. Based on our arrangement of these lines, this day is supposed to be a buy day. Is that not so? Price came down and then we are supposed to be buying up, right? Now, if I was supposed to buy today and I see a D around this place, that is triple confirmation for me to do what? Buy, because the D down is telling me, and this thing is telling me buy. AMD, accumulation manipulation, is telling me buy. This one too is telling me buy. Everything is telling me buy. That is confirmation. But when I wake up and I'm supposed to buy, and here I see D telling me that I should sell, what do you think I should do on that day? I wake up in the morning, like today now, everything here is telling me buy, buy. That's what this thing is telling me. But when I woke up I saw a D here telling me that I should sell. What should I do on this day? What do you think I should do on this day?
Have to hold on.
You wait. You wait.
Wait.
Here's what you should do. Take a walk.
Wait.
Just cancel it and go to another one.
Exactly.
Are you
Out
getting
of
it?
the 6.
Yes, sir.
Go to
There are
the
other
remaining
ones.
5.
Just cancel this and go to another one. Because you are looking for opportunity to buy. And something is telling you, me, I'm thinking price is going to sell. So which one will you obey? Just cancel it and go to another one. You will see another one. Right? So that is the use of this D.
Yes, sir.
Don't trade off of it directly. Use it as additional confirmation. So let's see if we can have an example of a day where it actually did confirm. And this D usually harmonic on its own is major. Apart from Gartley, there are different type of harmonic pattern. There is Bat, Gartley. They are different. Apart from Gartley, most harmonic patterns are trend reversal patterns, meaning that if price is going up and gets somewhere, harmonic will tell you, be careful, price is about to go the opposite direction. By the time some of you get more experience, you discover that even though this thing is telling you buy, this harmonic will help you to catch a counter trend trade. Even though you will not stay there long, you just take your profit quickly and run away. But for now, don't trade against the trend. Trade only in line with the trend. Sure. So if you harmonic will most likely form, look at this one. It's telling you sell, right? So you were selling. You now saw a harmonic. What will you do? On a day where you were selling and you were actually selling, you now saw a harmonic telling you that to buy. What will you do on this trade? You're already in the trade. You've made some profit. What will you do after
close
you
the market?
You
close
close,
the deal.
you close it and move on.
Take a walk.
Yes, because this thing is telling you that if you don't close the trade very soon, all the profit I've given you, I'll collect it back. Are you getting it? It's telling you, look, the way I'm seeing this thing has gotten to a place where it may turn back. So what will you do? And did it turn back? Yes, it turned back. See the way it went. It turned back. You would have entered somewhere around here. It came back to your entry. So you don't see $10. You don't show your wife. You don't show everybody. This thing show. Say closer. You say in the name of Jesus, I go stay. The thing can't take you back to $0. Your wife tell you, say, how far with the trade now? You say it is well. Nowhere. You know well anything now. You break rule. Once you see D, run. Close the trade. No wait for take profit. Close all of them. Walk up. Because that thing is telling you that something may soon happen. So look at this day now. Let's assume we are buying today. We bought. You can't see D up here because this is X, A, B, C, D. There is a D here. You will not see it because another triangle formed X, A, B, C, D. So there's a D here. Once you begin to see the D, what are you doing? You are closing your trade and taking a walk. Right? But at least you are working with some profit. Are you not working with some profit? You are working with some profit. You are working with some profit. So now, the last two things I'm going to explain. You will see some horizontal dotted lines, right? Those horizontal dotted lines are to help you take profits. Those horizontal, these lines, they are to help you take profits. So let's go back here. Let's say you enter a trade for a buy here. This thing came down first, right? And for one reason or the other, you enter a trade somewhere around here, right? You are close to this blue line. Is a round price of 1.29500. See the price there. There's a tag there, 1.29500. What this thing is saying is that once you move 2 times this thing, you should have closed most of your profit. So you entered from here. This is 50 pips. Close one. This is another 50 pips. Close one. This is another 50 pips. Close one. Because most times when price want to reverse, it will reverse around that place. Look at the number of times it touch it. Pam, 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 it bounce. That is where, look at this one. Where did it turn back? Somewhere around, right? So we just have that one there so that you know where to get out of your trade, right? You know how to get out of your trade. That is, you put them as approximate take profit. But if you are to follow what we've taught in this class, your take profit should be fixed, right? So your first take profit should be your risk. If you are risking 20 pips, your first take profit should be 20 pips. If you are risking 50 pips, your first take profit should be 50 pips. How do you know what to risk? Put your stop loss below the previous low, right? Now, the last one now, before I explain the arrow, let's come back to this place. When I install the combo for you people, this, remember I showed you these dotted lines that are around prices. I said that's where you should be looking at your take profit, meaning that if you calculate your take profit and your take profit fall around here, just adjust and carry and come to the line. That's what I'm saying. So you are still going to do your take profit, but if your take profit is somewhere in the middle, adjust it either to the one up or to the one down so that I can enjoy more profit. Right now, when I install the combo for you guys, you are going to see this line as tick lines, this one, these tick lines, right? They are also, these tick lines are telling you the highest point of yesterday and the lowest point of yesterday. They are also take profit points. So for instance, if I enter a trade, for a sell, like this one, now see this one, if price push up and I'm entering the trade somewhere around the highest point here, this low here should be one of my take profit. And you can see also that it's coinciding with what? That round figure, right? But so that I won't confuse you guys, I'm just saying this in the video. When your mind matures to that level, you will grab it. For those of you in this class, this is what I want you to do. You want to take your trade. This is what I want you to do. You've decided that you want to sell. You've gotten your sell signal when it crossed beneath. When it crossed beneath the 13, that is this yellow, you got your sell signal. You put your stop loss above the high. So from here, you put your stop loss above. This high, you not put it exactly there, put it above. Maybe above this green line, right? Now, you've calculated your stop loss. I told us how to calculate the stop loss yesterday. That's why I said watch the video. I say you can put two lines like this and basically subtract, or you can use this crosshair, this thing that looks like a cross. Look at it here, and just click on it and drag. It will show you that this is 29. Once it this is 29, it means your first take profit should be like what? 29 or 30. Your second take profit should be what? 2 times 2 of that amount. Right? First take profit times 1 of your risk. Second take profit times 2 of your risk. That is where I want you guys to use it for now. But the other one I mentioned about this dotted line and this other line, you will get to start using it later on when you have matured. I'm just saying it so that it will be in your video. You don't need it for now. The one we taught yesterday is the one you should use. That once you enter a trade, your stop loss should be, your stop loss is what you are bothered about. Once you know what your stop loss is, if your stop loss is 50 pips, your first take profit should be 50 pips. Your second take profit should be 100 pips. Right? Once you get your 100 pips, take a walk. If you've not gotten to your 100 pips yet, you are still in 75 pips, and you see a D telling you you are selling, but I am a D telling you that we should soon buy. Close all of them. Forget about take profit. Close and go home. Right? Now, last thing is the arrow. This arrow that somebody asked, the arrow here is just further confirmation. You don't even need it. You don't even need the arrow. Based on what I've taught you now, you don't even need the arrow. But in case you want to trade with the arrow, this is what you will do. So I want to enter for a sell on this day because I have my blue up, my green down, and my yellow here. Is that also? I'm supposed to be selling. So when I woke up in the morning, I was very happy to see that the first went what? Up. When the first go up, I am happy because that means there's most likely going to be a long drop. So I'm happy to sell. So what will I do on this day? For if you want to use the arrow on this day, as they've pushed up, I will now go one step downward. I'll go to 15 minutes. I'll go to 15 minutes. Right? Let's look at that. Let's note that day on 1 hour. 1 hour, this is 4th of November. 4th of November, I'll go to 15 minutes on the 4th of November. I'll go to 15 minutes on the 4th of November. And I will enter when these two arrows show. You see that now? The two arrows are pointing downward for me to sell. Then I will enter. Again, if you follow it, this arrow that is telling you to sell, what can you see? This price is closing below the what? Below the yellow.
Yellow.
At the very next candle, this thing has changed to what? At that same, it has changed to, the brick has changed to red. This one too has changed to what?
Red.
To red. You are
Sell.
selling. You are selling. I don't know if you're getting it now. Even though the
Yes,
class
sir.
is ending today, those of you that are going to get this combo, you are going to chat me individually. You chat me individually. I'm going to install the combo for you guys, and this is what is going to happen. When I finish installing the combo, I'm saying this in the video so that you can know it. When I finish installing the combo, I will install the combo inside this icon here. Right? So what you do is anytime I want to call the combo, let's say I have this here. Let's say this is how your own system looks like. Wait for it to load up. Just a minute. Okay, so let's say this is how your system looks like. Right? Once I install the combo for you, you just come here and click and go to new combo. Click on it. Boom. And that new combo will appear on your screen. I'm saying this here because I need you to know that this is where it will be. Right? For those of you who will be getting the combo, you need to go to your laptop, your browser, and download an app called AnyDex. This is it. AnyDex. You download an app called AnyDex. It will look like this, right? Once you download that app called AnyDex, you have a number on it. This is the number. You copy this number, type it out, copy it, and send to me. Right? So I'm going to go through again the instructions. At the end of this class, by tomorrow morning, those of you that have paid, your list or your name will be dropped in the WhatsApp group. You contact me, but before you contact me, you should have done 3 things. Number 1, download MT4, and most importantly, log in. Ensure you have logged in. How we know you have logged into your MT4? I explained it on the very first day I taught you guys. Look at this lower part. You must see your connection status. It must be showing something KB, this low. And I told you guys how to log in. I say you have to open on your phone first, then use the login details. Go to open an account. Go and watch that day 5 video. I broke it down there. So first rule, download your MT4. Second rule, download AnyDex. Download AnyDex. Third rule, connect to internet. After you've done that, of course, number 1, we'll first agree on when we'll do the installation. Everybody's home might not be on the same day. Some people will be on Monday, some people will be next week. Right? When we've agreed, before you start chatting me that I am ready, ensure you have downloaded your MT4 and it is logged in. It is showing that stuff. So if you can't get it, go and watch that video. Ensure you've downloaded AnyDex and copy this number and send to me. Then ensure that your laptop is connected to the internet. I will use this number to connect to your laptop. You see me when I'm doing it. It will ask you, do you want to connect to this person? You will say, yes, I want to connect. I will, and once you see that I've connected, stop moving your mouse. Leave your mouse alone. Because if you're moving your mouse, I won't be able to control your laptop. Leave your mouse. I will copy these things, download it from where we have it, and install it on your laptop. And your laptop will be a bona fide owner of the combo, right? So that is how we roll with that. Okay, now let's begin to come to a close gradually. Let's begin to come to a close gradually. So here we are now. Let's come here. So I'm leaving this on the screen. In fact, you can screen grab. You can screen grab if you want, but it's going to be on the YouTube, right? So number one, general color code works for all strategy, which is purple for sell, blue for buy. I'm sure we all understand that color code. I explained number one, if you don't want to trade with harmonics, right? I told you that your moving averages must be stacked. And when I mean stacked, it must be arranged sequentially. Blue, green, yellow, right? Either in ascending or descending order. You should expect a false move. This can be on the M15 or the H1, right? And I explain what that false move is. If the day you want to buy, you want them to sell first, then you will not be buying. Then you should expect a shift. A shift is either a shift on the 1 hour or the 15 minutes too. A shift means a candle closes in your direction. So if the yellow, if you are supposed to sell, the candle will close below the yellow. If you are supposed to buy, the candle will close above the yellow. Then you also want to see a shift on your M15 oscillator, which is this thing here. This is the oscillator. So let's do an example again. Let's do an example again. So here we are on H1, right? We want to sell today on USD card. We want to enter a sell on USD card. We are happy today for the sell. Why? Blue up, green down, yellow down. Happy. Then when we woke up, what do we notice? Price went up first. Again, we are happy, right? The next thing we're waiting for is price to close below the 13. But if I don't want to wait for price to close below the 13 on my 1 hour, I can now go to my 15 minutes and see when price will close below the 13 on my 15 minutes. So on my 15 minutes, I notice, and I'm going to do that at the end of this box. Remember, I'm doing that at the end of this box. At the end of this box, see, price closed below my 15 here. You see that? I'm below my yellow. It closed below my yellow here. Then I got the first arrow. Then I got the second arrow, right? I'm entering at that point. I'm entering at that point. Why? At that same point too, this thing has changed to what? Red, right?
Red.
Where am I going to put my stop loss? I'll put my stop loss above this high. And look at, there's a round figure there. So I'll just put it above the round figure, somewhere above the round figure. So now I'm entering at this point and I'm putting my stop loss there, right? I'll put my stop loss there. I'll calculate my stop loss. You tell me my lot size. First take profit is this, right? First take profit is this. So based on what we discussed now, this is what is happening. Boom. You can see hit my first take profit. And as it's hitting my first take profit, what do I see? I see a harmonic telling me that to most likely buy. What do? I close, or even the first one and the second, I close everything and take a walk.
Yes, sir.
I close everything and take a walk because this thing can just push up. And I don't want to be there when it is pushing what? Up. Because I'm more interested in the sell. That is how this trade will be. So look at the confirmations. On the 15 minutes, I saw a color shift. I saw a shift on the 15 minutes or H1. I saw a color shift on the 15 minutes oscillator. How should I get out? I can remain in this trade until I see a shift again on 15 minutes. That is, if we go in the opposite direction, or I fix my TP, TP1, TP2, or I see a color shift in the oscillator, this oscillator, and that is on 1 hour. A color shift on the oscillator on 1 hour, right? Or when I see harmonic D, you take a walk. I explained for H4. For H4, I explained entry using your Kinashi confirmation. Your exit to the same thing, flat top, flat bottom. Then long-term traders, I also explained this, right? So please, guys, what the assignment, those of you that are going to get the combo, what's going to happen is after I've installed for all of you, or while I'm installing for all of you, in fact, you are going to tell me which of this method you are more comfortable with after like 2 weeks. So after you've used the combo for like 2 weeks, you tell me which of them you are more comfortable with. Because you would have watched this video like 5-6 times by then. Once you've told me which one you are more comfortable with, I'm going to send you a video, a 15 minutes video covering all the rules again in a short 15 minutes, one by one. That rule that I'm sending to you is the one you're going to copy inside 40 List exercise book. Right?
Yes, sir.
You must get this thing. There is nothing difficult about it.
All right, sir.
Nothing difficult about it. Again,
Yes,
remember,
sir.
your moving averages are stacked. If you want to be selling, you want it to go up first. If you want to be buying, you want it to come down first. That is all. Nothing more. Now, before we round up, because we have the chairman here, I want somebody else. Let me see if there are questions first. Okay, I want somebody else to call one other pair for me. Just call any other pair here. It doesn't have to be GBP, any other pair you can see here.
CJ.
CJ, that is card JPY.
Yes, JPY.
All right, this card JPY. Let's go to the past. Maybe like from last month, October the 1st, and see. Here, so here we are on October the 1st. When we wake up in the morning on October the 1st, what are the moving averages telling us? Buy. And by the way, around that time, the background should be blue. But are we going to buy on this day? Are we going to buy on that day?
Yes, we are buying.
Where will we buy on this day?
Wait.
Are we going to buy on this day? We said if we want to buy in the Asian session, which is the one in between, we want them to come down first, then we'll buy with them. Is that not what we agreed? Inside this box, we want it to be that they came down first. Then when we wake up in the morning, we are joining them in the buy up. That's what we said now. Right? So even though we are supposed to buy on this day, when we wake up in the morning, we discover that they are already up. We are not trading this day. We are not bothered. We will leave it. The next day, they traded down. We are happy that we are going to buy. But as they traded down, what do we notice? Your yellow came in between your green and your blue. Again, it has broken our rule. We are not trading on this day again. Are you seeing it now? We come to this day. We come to this day. We are supposed to buy. They went up straight immediately. We are also not trading on this day. We come to this day. We are supposed to buy. They came down, but they didn't give us reason to buy. So we didn't have a trade on this day. On this day, when we woke up in the morning, they came down. By the time we woke up, this thing had not aligned. Right? It came down, but it was the moving averages had not aligned. We are not trading on this day. You can see we are paid to wait is coming now. On this particular day, we woke up in the morning, we discovered that they came down, but they didn't close below our 13. Right? They didn't come below the 13.
Yes.
It was later in the day that they came below the 13. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
So when they came below the 13, we are happy. Once they shoot up, we enter with them at that level and we buy. All this other day, they didn't enter. If you are jumping anyhow, you would have lost money. If you jump in for a buy here, see the way they came down. If you jump in for a buy here, see the way they came down. If they want to come down, they will go up first. If they want to come up, they will go down first. So if your bias is for a buy and you woke up in the morning, they are already buying, just forget about that pair. If you join them and run, you lose money. You lose money. So on this day, we are supposed to look for a buy too. They came down and they pushed up. We would have entered and they came down again. We lost our money. Right? So you can see that it's not 100%. The person that is asking. On this day, as I said, we woke up, we are supposed to look for a buy. They came down and they gave us, we bought, we made some money. We will not hit our TP2, but we'll hit TP1. That blue line. We'll hit it. We are out. On this day, we are not trading. Everything is scattered. On this day, we are entering for a sell. And we are very happy. Why? Because the blue is up, the green in between, the yellow. They went up first. Right? When they came back down, we are happy.
Yes, sir.
We entered and we traded all this down with them. We enjoyed. We are happy. The next day, we want to sell again, but we discovered that they came down. So we will not enter because we wanted them to go up. Then we will sell. But they came down. We will not enter this day. We'll leave it. We don't understand what they are doing. We are bigger than they will not trick us. On this other day, we are confused because your blue line is in between. We are not trading on this day. On this day, we come up, your blue line is below, your green is in between, your yellow is above. We are happy. What happened? We want to buy. They came down first, right? And we bought with them up. We are happy. On this day, blue, green, yellow, we want to buy, but they went up first. We tell them, no, be me when I want to deceive. We are not entering. Don't look at all this sell and say, oh boy, yes, I miss all this sell. If you do that one, you will lose money in Forex. You have to keep a strict rule. Leave it. On this particular day, it is blue, green, yellow. They are supposed to go up and then we will sell. But they came down. So we are not trading on this day. Are you seeing the way I'm doing it?
Yes,
on
sir.
this day, it is blue, green, red, yellow rather. They are supposed to go up and then we will sell. But they came down. So we are not trading on this day. On this day, it is blue, green, yellow. They are supposed to go up. Did they go up? Yes, they went up.
No, yes.
They went up like this. During that, and when I say up, I'm talking about inside this double line. You see, they went up above our yellow. Then they gave us reason to sell. See, we are still in this sell.
Yes.
We are still in this sell up to this place. So all the waiting, has it not paid off yet?
Yes, it does.
It has. If we enter with one standard lot from this sell to this place, this is 100, this is 402, this is about 402 pips. That is about $4,020. Right?
Wow.
So let's leave that. On this day, blue, green, yellow, we are supposed to sell. They bought first. So we enter with them and do what? And sell. We might not have hit our TP2, but at least we hit TP1 because we hit that blue line, that dotted line. On this day, we are supposed to sell. We discovered that they came down. We are not trading. On this day, they are confused because the moving averages are jammed together. We are not trading. On this day, they are supposed to buy blue, green, yellow. They came down first and we bought with them. We made money. We are happy. On this day, we are supposed to buy again. They came down first. We follow them, go up. We make more money. We may not have hit our TP2, but now we make money. At all, 9 bad pass. Right? On this day, blue, green, yellow, want to buy. They came down first. We enter and they came down. It's either we lost money or if experienced traders will break even. But not inexperienced, you lost money, no problem. You're only losing 1%. Look at the number of percentage you would have made here. In this one, you'd have made like 3% or 4%. in this one you'd have made like 4%. You would have lost only 2 trades of 2%, and you have made profit of 8%. You're in profit of 6%. Does it make sense or not?
Yes, sir.
It does.
Even me, I know say I don't try for this teaching. Rich Vision, una do well. Oh. All these things for 15,000. Please put 555 for the chairman. The chairman is here. Let us put 555. And Mr. Kunle, those two men, they have golden heart. I tell you, if it's only me, you must pay money past this one. I know they talk since my wife don't go. In fact, okay, she never bring the water. Every night when they talk, she go, they pity me, they bring water. 2 hours talking. Nah. Chairman, over to you, sir.
The Lord shall not forget your labor of love.
I don't want teachers' reward is in heaven. I want it here on earth.
I know that's why good things are happening to you now. People, there are a lot of people praying for you. There are a lot of people desiring well for you. And I pray that prayers on you will be answered speedily, that the grace of God that has been upon you to impart knowledge on people, God will continually multiply that knowledge and wisdom in your life in Jesus' name. It's been a wonderful time. I tell you, that 1 week, to be talking for 2 hours, man, this is. If you think this lecture really worth it, can you just put great in the chat box? If you think it's really worth your time, it's worth it. Can you just put great in the chat box? Just type great in the chat box if it's worth it. Awesome. I was sharing with them in the other class. I was sharing with them at the beginners class, because we start another professional class on Monday. We just finished the beginners class today. So we always have it back to back like that, back to back. As we finish this one, we start another beginners class on Monday. Upper week, we start another professional class. We start another professional class on Monday. Then upper week, we start another beginners class. And that's how we roll it. And we've been, in that class, I practically was appealing to the people that if you have people that you want to sponsor for this program, to the professional class, please, we are looking for people that will support us. When I say people that will support us, is people that will help us to sponsor our activities. Just look at your class, and you will agree by now. Of course, if you are in this class, you will know that if we have 30 people in the class, 15,000, that's 300. Is that 450,000? Is that not? By the time when we go on radio, Nigeria Info Abuja, Nigeria Info Lagos, Rainbow FM, Jordan FM, and we do two slots in this. Each slot is about 50,000. Those of you that are acquainted with this stuff. So before you know it, that money is gone. Do you understand? So what we are just trying to do is that let's raise enough money from the training that we can use to do another training. So we use it for our advertisement, for our this, so it helps us to keep on rolling. So if you are here, you want to look at how do you support people, how do you help people to grow. If you don't give us the money, it's not the money. Use it to sponsor people around you, 50,000, just sponsor them, let them come for the training. We will so much appreciate you. It's been a very great time with you. And I believe by now you will have looked at your expectation, that book where you wrote your expectation. I want you to go through it and look at how your expectations have been met. And I believe we will have done major part of it. And as Bishop said to you, please, I want to beg of you. There are a lot of materials out there. There are materials, when you say material, even on my laptop, I have materials. But one thing that I have known is this. When you start searching for materials too early, you will begin to do a lot of analysis that will confuse you. It will confuse you. So what you should just do, take these videos that we have now. I'm not saying this is the best you can get in the market, but if you take these ones now, use this one for the next 6 months, perfect this thing before you start looking for any other material. It will help you a great deal. Then one other thing. Huh? Sir?
Sorry, not you.
Okay. So one other thing I want to also encourage every one of us, I'm sure maybe in the course of the class, Mr. Kule will have dropped that thing for us. There's one video or audio we call The Magic of Believing. The Magic of Believing and the Strangest Secret by Claude Bristol. Now, if you begin, just if you've not had it, please, we are going to drop it in the group chat also. You listen to these audios. Success is 95% spiritual, 5% technical. If you don't get the mind correct, every other thing will be wrong. He said, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. He said, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed. Financial transformation comes from the renewing of your mind. A lot of people will tell you, oh, this thing does not work. That is the old message. That's the old thing. You have to renew your mind and begin to see yourself as a successful person. You have to, and that takes a lot of work. You will trade. There are sometimes that, so one woman called us one day. He said, Mr. Shola, this something is not working. We say, which one of them? He said, the whole thing is not working. And when he says it's not working, we say, Ugano, we hear you, no problem. You don't have to argue when we were using it. Then in the next weekend, one of the students in our own class was the one that was teaching. We did a refresher course. It was that student in that class that taught them a reminder on the strategy. And that one was sharing how successful she has become. So everything has to do with your mind. Don't say it's difficult, it's not easy. If you say so, that is how it is. So concentrate and look at, you make up your mind. For you to have spent these 2 weeks, please don't let it be a waste. These 2 weeks should not be a waste. Our joy will be to see you succeed extremely. Our joy will be to see you giving better results than even we have done. That will be our joy. So ladies and gentlemen, we want to say a big thank you for being on the program, for helping us or allowing us to be part of your success story. We'll be looking forward to your referrals. Invite other people, let people come for our programs. Once you see that we start posting, please, as much as possible, things like this still make us remember we are still in Nigeria. Okay, so please, just as much as possible. Okay. So we please, whenever you see our messages, try as much as possible, invite people, let them come in and be part of it. Our goal is to empower 100,000 people with this knowledge. We know it's a big figure, but with your help, we will also achieve it. We want to say a big thank you for being part of this. In the group, please, let's respect ourselves. We are not going to shut down the group. The group will remain for mentorship, and for future things, we'll be communicating with you. I don't know, is Mr. Kunle on the call, whether he has anything that he wants to.
What can I add again? What can I say again? It's been a very rewarding 2 weeks all over again. I just want this class to just appreciate what that young man there, Bishop, and this our chairman has done. I always get amazed what Bishop said, that all this for 15,000. It has never been like this anywhere. I always get amazed. And I think what we can just do I'm going to send something to the group chat. I want to take testimony. I want to take testimony. If you have testimony, I want you to, if you can do a video, 1 minute, 1 minute, I'll send it to the group chat. Just 1 minute video that you can just post for us that we can put in our website. These are participants of in our training, and this is the testimony. Please do that. And I want to appreciate all of you for your time. Let it not be a wasted 2 weeks. It shouldn't be. It is not the money right now. I'm sure you know it is not the money. It is that 2 hours for 2 weeks that you could have used to be listening to any other thing. So we want to appreciate you for your time. God bless you. See you again at the next level. Good night.
Okay, before we shut down, maybe one person or so in the class, you want to just say 1 or 2 words, parting words.
Hello, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Okay, who is speaking?
Shutaya Muti, sir.
Okay,
Muti
all right. Okay,
yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you very much, sir. We are very happy with this. At least these 2 weeks has brought us a lot of things. We learn more than what we even thought. As for me, it has changed the perspective.
Okay.
The whole thing I don't have in mind, but at least this is giving me more challenge to go far. And I'm giving my words today as a promise. Very soon, I want to be a full professional on this thing. I want to make sure I also spread the gospel of rich vision to my colleagues, to my young girls around me, and make sure that everything I learned, I put it into practice. Wow. Within that 2 weeks, I'm going to reschedule my 2 weeks again for every 2 hours. Since I've been able to forfeited all my Champions League and everything, now it's fully a total business. Yes, sir, it's a total business now, sir. Thank you very much, Rich Vision. Thank you, sir, to all our lecturers and everybody. We are so grateful. On behalf of my colleagues, I'm grateful, and we are all grateful, sir. Thank you very much.
You.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Mr.
Sir.
Finally, sir, I am remind Bishop Brach that the video for day 8 is missing.
Yes.
We've not gotten that one, sir. Just an observation, sir. We've gotten 9. The 8
The
is
video is there.
missing,
The video is there.
We've checked through, sir. It's not there, sir. Yes, sir. You can check.
The video is there. It's there. Go and check.
No problem. All right, sir. All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
All right. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Mutiu. Yes, I can see.
Yes, I want to. Can I talk?
All right, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, everybody, my colleague. Let me appreciate Mr. Olushola Kukola. Thank you very much for always being there. I want to appreciate Mr. Machia Kodumi. Fantastic. I'm very great to meet you guys. Mr. Braj, you are fantastic. You know what? 2007, I think 2007, that's my first time I know something about Forex trading. A lot of, I think I spent 1 month somewhere, another maybe 3 months some other places. Now, 3 weeks ago, I just called Mr. Shola Kukola because I've been following this. I've been following him on Facebook. And I said, it's like, I want to try again. Let me try again my luck in this Forex trading of a thing. And you know, on my goal that I set the other time when we are given the opportunity to set goal expectation from this training, I said this time around, that's number one thing I wrote, that God, let me get it right. And with the look of things, I will get it right now. I'm telling you, these 2 weeks is not a waste. Yeah, I didn't miss it. I didn't think I missed a minute throughout the program. I did not. I took the program serious. And I will even do more after today. Just count me in among those that will be successful.
Amen.
Yeah, I will do it right this time around, by God's will. Once again, I want to appreciate all my colleagues. Thank God to be part of this great mentor, Shola Kukola, who I met maybe since 2008. Since then, I've been looking up to him. He's a fantastic guy. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Once again, Mr. Majakodumi, Mr. Braj, I appreciate you guys. Thank you, sir.
God bless you, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Fatah. Very, very busy, busy man, but he made a commitment that he wanted to be on this, and I'm glad he's giving this testimony. Thank you very much, sir. He's a very top leader in some organizations. We want to appreciate you for being part of this. All right. I think so that we can. Is there any other person?
Yes, sir. There's an appeal, sir. Please. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. I sincerely and respectfully want to thank everybody, especially the organizer of this platform, the Academy to be precise. And I want to single out Bishop Raj. He has been very fantastic. The knowledge he imparted is more than enough. The way he stressed on things, it's something I can reckon to the point that something within me has woken, and I believe that it will have no limit. That's just the truth. But I have an appeal for the organizer, the body, the chairman, you particularly. Please, in as much as we want to progress, we want to be successful, you have done more than enough as far as I am concerned. But on the aspect of the combo, there are some of us who are putting few things together to make sure that we find ourselves in the right